Hey guys, I'm Marksman, and here I'm here to God, I have a stroke. I'm here to teach you how to make your stream beautiful and professional. I'm here to teach you how to not act like a dingle like you just saw, and to make your stream super freaking cool, and that people will love it because it'll sound and look awesome, and everything will work perfectly, hopefully. So we're just gonna dive right into it. First things first. I'm a realist, but second thing second, I'm going to teach you that you need to download OBS, because it is really good. Don't get multi-platform, because multi-platform is garbage. I can't for the life of me figure out how it works. Just get the Windows build, whatever, beta, it doesn't matter. Just get this, because it'll work, I promise. And also, I'm going to teach you how to use everything in that, so, you know, that's important too. So yeah, I'm going to have links in case you don't want to just type in OBS into Google and then click the first link and then download this. Just in case, I'm going to have the link so you can just click on the description. So then next on our little checklist here, we need to connect it with our Twitch account. So we're going to move my OBS over here so you can see it. And then I'm actually recording this with OBS right now. So as you can see, I am not connected to the live Twitch database at the moment, and that's for good reason, because I don't want to stream this. I'm recording it. So what we need to do is we need to go to live stream, and then it'll open up all this junk right here. This is important. We want to connect with Twitch or whatever you need to do. Follow all these settings. These are all important, but for recording, they're not. And then we're going to come into our Twitch dashboard, which is one of the easiest things to get to. You just, from the Twitch homepage, which I'm not going to play this person's stream because that would be weird and content ID worthy. But we're going to go straight to dashboard from your name, and then click on stream key. I'm not going to click it for privacy reasons so that people don't stream off of my, my junk here. So click stream key, it'll say show key, reveal key, make sure you don't reveal it on stream, and then you're just going to want to copy paste that sucker right over into the stream path. You can also do file path, so you can record as you're streaming, which is important for some people, but not for me. You do want to go into advanced. No, I don't want to apply my changes. And you do want to change your keyframe interval to 2, which I don't have, but you want to do that if you're going to stream Twitch, which is important. Next, we are going to want to do a speed test to determine what settings we're going to use. So let's go to speedtest.net, which is what everyone uses. It's pretty much the standard to see how fast your internet speeds are going to be. So right now, you're going to see my internet speeds right this minute. So just want to make sure I'm still capturing it properly. So I have pretty good ping, pretty baller download actually. I wasn't expecting that, but that's pretty cool. Don't worry, you don't have to download anything. It's just something you do in your browser. Again, links in the description. You're probably like, who's this guy? Why does he know what he's talking about? Well, I do streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I love it, and I had a lot of people who I want to teach how to do this kind of stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to tell every single one this really long process, so I can just direct them all to one video. So I have 5.81 Mbps up, which is our important thing here. This might determine if you should watch your own stream while you're streaming, because sometimes people do that and sometimes it slows down the stream. Some people shouldn't. I can with this kind of download speed. I'd say anything above 15 you should, anything above 20 you should be able to preview your own stream through Twitch itself. Next is upload speed. That's important. So you generally want to, in OBS, set your encoding, which is the biggest part, just slightly lower than half of your upload. So since my upload, and you can't see it, but since my upload is, that was weird. Music, where'd you go? That's okay. Since my upload is 5.81, I would normally set my max bitrate to 2000, just to be safe. If it's a lot higher, then feel free to set it higher. But you shouldn't need more than 3,000. I'm recording this at 3,000, and 3,000 is already pretty freaking good. This determines how much data is actually transferred per second. And on top of that, if you're above the 2,000 threshold, or if you're above 5, I'd say you should go into video and then record at a native resolution to your monitor. Well, actually, no. You should record at this resolution, 1920 by 1080, unless your monitor is not compatible, in which case you should probably figure that out. Maybe you can record at 1280 by 720. 1280 by 720. And then you don't need a resolution downscale, but if you're getting some lag and frame drops, then you maybe want to downscale to 480. That's important. That's just if you're having some issues. You probably shouldn't need to, but if you are, like, I used to upload or stream at like 2 Mbps, and I would have to downscale to like 360p, which I don't recommend, but if you need to do it, you need to do it, you know. Maybe even at that point you shouldn't stream, but I don't want to tell anyone, don't stream just because your quality sucks. I mean, if you want to stream, man, do it. Or girl, whatever you want to do. Alright, so we determined our quality. So now we have to apply the proper settings. I just told you that. So now we have to set up our audio and screen regions. So in OBS, if you want to do what I do with my... Oh my god, don't do this. Don't do what I do. So if you want to have little things in here... Oh my god, this is freaking trippy. Alright, we're going to leave it like this. So, if you want to determine a video capture device, like I have with my webcam that I'm flickering on and off, but it's taking a while to start up, you almost always want to go Properties, select the device in question, and then go ahead and hit OK. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like to start up a game and to window capture it. So, I don't care about you. So, we are going to go into maybe like Isaac, just because it's a very simple game. It shouldn't take too long. So I'm actually gonna unfull screen it just so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh god, no, come back, Isaac. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut up. So you right click on game capture, set properties, and then you'll see right here it says Skyrim, because that was the last thing I was playing, and then you set it to rebirth. This should happen with every single game that you play. You hit OK, and then you go ahead and turn it on, and then you'll see that that's what's showing up now. Is a little preview of Isaac. And you can resize it however you want, like this, like so, and then you'd stretch it out or whatever. I don't know why mine does this, but not everyone's OBS does this, I swear. It's weird, but whatever. Anyway, so you get the point. I have a much more in-depth video of that on my channel, how to record professionally with OBS, and if you need to do that or you need to look into that, go ahead and feel free. I might put that in the description as well. Next is a very important thing that people kind of overlook when they're first starting out. They're like, oh, it's not that important. People really like being shouted out. Like, they love it. So when you get a new follower, that little follow button should have like a little party attached to it, in my opinion. And it certainly helps with most things. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the Twitchalerts page. And that's this little diddly bopper right here. So I'm actually going to move this away so I can see what I'm doing. So we're going to launch Twitchalerts. And normally it'd say connect to your Twitch account. Just do that. It's trustworthy, I promise. They're getting DDoS at the moment, but that's okay. So you can see that it tells you everything that's happening. So every single follow, even if you want to, you can set up donations through it. I did, clearly, because you can see my friend told me that my butt's average at best. And then you can set up, well, this thing. It's called Alert Box, and this is quite a different tool. Well, they got rid of Alert Box Legacy. That's weird. Well, then we're going to have to find CLR browser in a different area. Okay, the point is, so I have it set up, and you'll see it when I click Test Follow Alert, that this big old cool little alert and sound plays every time I do that, and that's based on my alert settings, follow settings, all this junk right here. You can feel free to edit this to your heart's content, but a lot of annoying pieces of, or one of the most annoying things that you do when you're first starting out is trying to figure out this alert box. Now, let me show you how to do it if you want to do it the hard way, because it is irritating as all hell. So, we have a window capture right here, and it's capturing something weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it to the alert box. Go ahead and hit OK. Now, you see you have this weird little thing, the little address bar from the top of the alerts box that you don't want. So now we need to go back in here and then change the subregion, drag it down to right there, or maybe even a little bit lower just in case, and then go ahead and click enter, and then we hit OK, and then it's gone. And then we see now, I'm gonna actually move this over here so you can see what it looks like, and then disable my CLR browser, and this is what it would look like the hard way. So you see how that shows up. It also shows up in this little preview, so let's get a test hosting alert. So it looks like that, and then essentially you're filtering out the background and then overlaying it over top your stream using this little weird blue garbage. Now that's the hard way. Didn't seem that hard, right? Well, the way that I do it, I never have to worry about it ever again, and it's just gonna play until the end of time and probably won't ever break, because it is extremely helpful, and it is one of my favorite tools as far as streaming is concerned. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for CLR browser OBS. I will have a link to this as well. So you're gonna want to download both of them. I don't know why, but you download both of them and then follow these instructions. It says extract to your programs times 86 for the 32-bit, and then the program files times 80, not times 86 for the 64-bit. Once you're done with that, you should have Microsoft Redistributable and the .NET installation if you've ever played any games ever. So hopefully you've done that. Once you have both of these things installed and you restart OBS, you should have a new option when you try and do add, and then you should see CLR browser. Now in order to do this, you must first grab this link, because the alert box one that we just saw works just the same for the CLR browser and then emulates it into what you're doing. You want to right click on your CLR browser and then copy paste the link in, and then boom, that's what I've done already. There you go. Test follower alert. So there we go. That's what it should look like. Boom, that's all done. So now, Twitch alerts done, CLR browser done, set up alerts to work properly done. Adding external sources. So, there's some more features that you can use with Twitch alerts. Those being, is it alert box? No, sorry. Stream labels. Stream labels are really cool. You download them, and then they look like this when you run it. It'll connect, and then it'll keep track of everything, so your latest followers and all that junk will be automatically updated and changed in text files hidden in your computer, which I should probably like look for somewhere, but it should have adequate description, hopefully. But yeah, it should store in text files like this, and then when you're in OBS, like this, you uncheck CLR. Oh wait, no. Okay. Well, you then say like, oh, who's my all-time top donation? And then you'd see right here, it's very tiny, but you see right here it says Letast, and it should show up on the preview window, but that's okay. He's my all-time top donator, and then you could include the banner, which would make more sense if we were in 720p, but since I'm doing this, it's not going to make any sense. And latest follower, and then latest donation. So if you look inside of these, they're all attached to the respective test files under Documents, Twitch Alerts, blah blah blah. And those all automatically get updated, so you shouldn't have to worry about ever updating them manually like some people do. And it makes everything a whole lot easier. So there you go. There's alert box for you. I will again have a link to the description of that as well. Let's see what's next on our list. Set up a bot. This is one of the most important things that many streamers neglect, is setting up a good bot. So you can go to nightbot.tv and then ignore the shit out of it because it's terrible. And instead, we go to Unkbot and you download this because it's 100,000 times better and is so much more interesting and fun to use. It has very light scripting elements and will make your life 100 trillion times easier and can do so much more than Nightbot ever will hope to dream of doing. Get this. I'll put a link. You're probably going to want to just get the latest exe file and then just go ahead and run it. And then it should look something like this. As you can see, it keeps a track of everything in your chat. It'll show everything. It'll have its own commands. It'll talk for itself. And it'll manage everything from a currency system to whatever you want. As you can see, I have a nice little theme here with all this junk and then different rankings, which are really cool. You can also check for points. So I have obviously a trillion points because I made it, and you can manually edit your points. And then everyone else has their own subsets of points, etc., etc. And you can base it on how much they talk, all this junk. I'll let you figure that out. There's much more documentation than I will be able to do in that short amount of time. But the thing we're going to focus on now is link protection. This is super important. Now what you should do is auto permit regulars. So people who are in your stream for, well, it depends on what you have as regular. So you should be able to determine, I don't remember exactly where it is, but you should be able to determine not only it'll notify when followers follow you, but subscribers, etc., etc. And a regular should meet a certain requirement. Oh, right here, sorry. Automatically become a regular at 2 hours or based on number of points. So you can say hours or assign ranks based on hours or points, and regular becomes whatever parameter you want. So you could say 1 hour or when they get 1 point or whatever. But this makes it so that spam bots that enter your chat instantly get timed out the second that they put something in there. It'll purge them constantly, and they usually don't stay for more than like 30 seconds to just post a link and leave. But you can permit people who are kind of new to your stream, but they're just like, hey, can I like send you a link to Amazon or something because of this cool product that I found? Sure. Then you just type !permit and then permit them to send a link. But this should automatically ban them or purge them. I would set purge because they usually don't do it more than once, and that's, you don't want to instantly time out every single person who just comes into your stream and asks to post a link and then they make a mistake. So then there's lots of cool mini games. You can reflavor this however you want. It's kind of like a betting mechanic, and then you can do so much with the commands. It's almost like light programming, and this is actually almost bash scripting because I have done that before and it's oddly similar. So if you've done bash scripting before, you'll feel right at home. Set commands, set keywords that'll make them go off. So for example, in my chat, if I type the word, you should be able to hear it too. Oh, this isn't my chat. If I type in air horn, you get that nice sound effect and a link that comes up, which is from some other streamers that I watch. So yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with this bot, and it's fantastic. And I had a lot of fun actually setting it up, but if it seems like it's too daunting, I'm sure you can find some people who would more than willingly help you set it up themselves. Finally, one of the most underrated things to do for your stream is to add some music. No one likes sitting in silence, and if you don't talk very much, which many people do on their first time streaming, it's not a lot of fun to stay in just like a dead silent stream or the cliche game music or whatever. You want to add in some nice tunes to maybe change up the mood a little bit, and that's what I like to do with OC Remix, or OCR.Rainwave. So if you're not familiar with OC Remix, they make a lot. I'll just show you. Remix, OC Remix. So they're overclocked remakes. They compile all these different fan-made remixes of video game soundtracks, and they are all royalty-free for use in whatever you want. And I use them for my stream because this is a radio station that lets people vote on them. And if you use this, you will be able to hear exactly the music that I'm hearing, which is awesome. And all of these songs are really good. None of them have been inappropriate so far, and they're all just like fantastic songs, and they deserve to be listened to. And that's about it. After that, you're ready to stream. And after all that, you should have a very professional looking, cool looking, great stream that most people would be lucky to watch. So hopefully that helps you guys. And if you need some help, if you have any extra questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. And man, it's been a long time since I've done YouTube recording, but I might as well say, if you've enjoyed this video and you're like, oh man, I wish I could catch this guy live. Hopefully you did. If you didn't, then what did I do wrong? And I'm on twitch.tv/marks46. Again, link in the description. And I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday with my girly friend and one of my best friends in the world, Greg. We do video games all the time. And I like to think that we're entertaining. I got rated an 8 out of 10 by a random person who was recommended this stream by another person. They were like, that's a solid 8 out of 10 stream. You know what? Fuck that. I say my stream is 10 out of 10. Anyway, comment if you guys have any questions. Like it if you enjoyed. Like it if it helped you. And let me know if it did help you. Thank you guys, and I will see you all next time. Or hopefully live. Bye.